Welcome back to English with Catherine. Now, before we get started, I know you're probably thinking not another sponsorship, but hear me out. This one is epic, the British Council. When I was working in London a few years back before the pandemic, I knew this language school as literally the most prestigious language school ever. They had this amazing reputation and everyone knew who they were. So you can imagine my reaction when they emailed me. Today, I really want to tell you about the British Council's official, private, online tutoring service. English Score Tutors. This is a premium service for serious learners. If you really want to make your English sparkle, this could be for you. I mean, even their name is great. The British Council. The learning process is truly bespoke, completely tailored to your needs. And of course, you can learn from anywhere in the world. The best thing is that you can create a personalised study plan with your tutor that highlights all of your personal weaknesses that you need to work on. And as an English teacher who has taught hundreds of students, I can't stress how important the personalised approach is. So of course I've got an offer for you today. How did you know? Guess what? You can have your first introduction lesson for just $1. This is amazing. I swear literally nothing is $1 or £1 anymore. In your first lesson, you'll pick your tutor and you'll find out your level, and then you'll get your personalised study plan. Whether your goal is fluency, a higher level of accuracy, or maybe you're going to take IELTS. By the way, the British Council is actually the co-creator of IELTS. I'm so excited. Let's get started. You must allow me to tell you how ardently I love and admire you. Jane Austen, of course. Now let's just say it slowly. You must allow me to tell you how ardently I love and admire you. Tip number 1, are you listening? We don't say to in a sentence generally when we're speaking. It's more like t. So we just sort of hint at the vowel after the T sound, but it's definitely a very strong t sound. T, not to. Okay? That's the first thing you can automatically do when you read out this sentence in a second. Now let's take ardently. Now, I've told you before that we don't pronounce the R, especially if it comes in the middle of the word or at the end. We generally don't tend to say it. If I had a different accent, I would say ardently, ardently. But in the modern received pronunciation accent, we say ardently, It just kind of disappears, doesn't it? It doesn't really resolve. My mouth stays open. Of course, you have to close it again when you get to the D, but just look at this. Ardently, ardently. With love, we have an sound, not an o. Now, you probably think that sounds the same, but listen to the difference. Love, 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 love. So the second one is not the pronunciation. The first one is what we want. Love, It's what I call the umbrella U. So if you can say umbrella, you can say love. Admire, admire. We haven't got a strong vowel sound in that first syllable because the second syllable is stressed. And the rule goes that the schwa sound falls on the syllable that is unstressed. So we have in the syllable that is unstressed. So admire, admire. And of course, no R pronunciation at the end. We just say mire, mire. There's no R there, completely missing. All together now, we're going to say it together. You're going to shadow me. I'm going to say it twice. So good luck. You must allow me to tell you how ardently I love and admire you. You must allow me to tell you how ardently I love and admire you. The second time I said it a bit quicker. I hope you kept up. Quote number 2 is also about love. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. That's from Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, one of my favourite novels. So are you ready for the tips? Listen carefully. So if I was American, I'd say whatever, whatever. But I'm not, I'm British. And we do pronounce the T, especially when there's 2 T's. Okay, definitely when there's 2 T's. But here, in whatever, we're going to say that T quite sort of obviously. So whatever, whatever. We're not going to pronounce the R on the end either, are we? You've remembered that from the last quote. Now this is a tip about blending words together. When you have a word that ends with a consonant and the next one starts with a vowel, it's very easy to blend them together. So here we have his and. We're not going to say his and have a break between those. No, we're going to blend them. So his and. So are you ready? Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. His and mine are the same. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. What a beautiful quote that is. It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be. Ah, what a lovely sentiment. That is actually from Harry Potter. Okay, so you know I was talking about the T sound. Here we have a double T. So we're definitely going to ramp up that T sound. Matters, matters. If I was American, I'd say matters, and it's more of a D sound, d. But no, in British, we say the T, matters. Now, if you want to sound really British, you should pronounce the T's on the end of not and what. Sorry, I'm just reading the quote here. If you pronounce the T's on the end of your words, you really do punctuate each word quite nicely, and it will sound really British. In the word grow, we have the alphabet O, which I've spoken about in a previous video, and you really want that to sound very round, like the letter O, so grow. And in the little words like to and but, I spoke about it just a second ago, to becomes t and but becomes but. Okay, so with modern RP, what we're doing is we're kind of reducing those vowels. Very often we just change them into schwas because we think that it sounds nicer, a little bit softer. Are you ready to say it together? It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be. It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be. Here is a beautiful quote about nature. Are you ready? I felt my lungs inflate with the onrush of scenery, air, mountains, trees, people. I thought, this is what it is to be happy. Are you ready for the tips? The word scenery has a silent C. They'll always get you, these silent letters. You just have to learn them, unfortunately. Might be even worth printing off a list and just having it on the wall. So we're not going to say scenery, we're going to say scenery, scenery. Here we have a classic example of when we don't pronounce the R, which is just quite funny really when I think about it, because it's just air. My mouth stays open so the air can go in, funnily enough. There's no resolve. Don't be tempted to resolve it, okay? Just leave it open. Air, air. And we have this lovely sound that we get a lot in the modern RP accent, which is ow. It's like when someone hits you and you're like, ow! That's the sound you need. Ow. Mountains. Mountains. We don't want to hear mountains, okay? Or mountains. It's mountains. The second part is like tins, like a tin of soup. Think of that word, tin, and you'll pronounce it perfectly. Now, again, if you really want to sound very, very British, you should pronounce the T's on the end of even the little words, like it. But even I sometimes can be a bit lazy with that, and I end up blending them together sometimes so that it sounds a bit more American. I have to be honest,